friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be my 2 looks video and review on the MOTD Cosmetics Surge palette. I treated myself to this a little while back and I'm so excited. This color story stole my heart when I first saw it. I'm not always big on giant palettes, but if the color story is creative enough, which this one is, it just steals my heart. Let me show you the inside in case you haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it so much. At this point, I have already done a first impressions video and I do plan on doing an Instagram video. I don't know if that'll be up before this video goes up. I'm not sure, but it'll be coming soon regardless if it's not already up. And I actually also did take this on my vacation a few weeks ago when I went to Tennessee, but I used majority this and my palette, of course. But yeah, I've already gotten quite a bit of use out of this and I'm having a lot of fun. I'll give you the majority of my thoughts at the end of the video though. The owner of MOTD Cosmetics did see my first video and then reached out to me wanting to give me a discount code. So now you guys can use my affiliate code battybean to save 10%. I will make a small commission if you use it and I appreciate it very much. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be doing 2 looks. I'll give you my thoughts at the end of the video and I will also give my accessory and jewelry details with each look. So just stay tuned if you are curious about anything. Without further ado, let's hop in and create these looks. Hello, how's it going? Let's create look number 1. I want to do something very dark and smoky with the neon green fading out around the edges. So that's what we're gonna do today. I actually want to start with the neon green just to get a little bit of a base laid down right here called Chemistry. But I need to prime my eyes first. I can't believe I forgot. I'm gonna use my Colourpop Party Proof Primer since I've been enjoying this one. Just gonna lay that down and blend it out and then we're gonna go to town. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Spectrum B06 brush. It's just a skinnier fluffy brush. Oh, it's so bright. And I'm just gonna very lightly just start running this a little bit through the crease and I'm keeping it pretty low just because I want room to blend out. Oh, that is so bright. I love it. I'm actually not going to take this on my lower lash line just yet because I do want the lower lash line to be a little more dark and smoky. So now I want to take vinyl, this black right here. With that, I'm going to use a Colourpop E23. It's kind of like a fluffy tapered blending brush so I can kind of pack and blend at the same time. And this is just going to go all across the lid. Nice and dark. If you hear wind and stuff, it's because my window is open and I'm so happy. I think it's like 65 degrees and I'm living for it. All right, just getting this black packed on nice and dark. And with the leftover that's on the brush, I'm just kind of very lightly scooting it through the very bottom part of my crease. While I'm here, I'm also gonna take some more black on a just kind of smudgy brush just to press against my lower lash line, just like that. When you look real scary, that means you've done it right. So now I actually want to take the shade Alive. It's kind of just a dustier lighter green. I'm going to take that on the MOTD Cosmetics Eye Catching Crease Brush. It's just a long pencil brush. And this is going to go right on that edge, right at the deepest part of my crease to help start softening that black so that we have a nice transition into the bright. This is blending like an absolute dream. I'm gonna go ahead and also start smudging along my lower lash line to get that black nice and diffused as well. I'm so very impressed with how easy this is blending out. I'm kind of wiping my brush off on a towel periodically so it stays as clean as possible because the black will start to kind of take over my brush with all the blending I'm doing. Now I'm gonna take a little more Chemistry, that beautiful neon green, and I'm gonna do the same thing, just kind of working it through the very outer part of my crease to help keep that bright blend going on. Now at this point, I also will take a little of this along the perimeter of my lower lash line. Next, I want to take this shimmer here called Limitless. I'm just taking this on a pencil brush. It's an Alter Ego number 11. And this shade I actually want on my lower lash line for a little bit of a twinkle. I like layering shimmers over smokiness on the lower lash line. I think it just looks very eye-catching. Next, I'm also going to take a little bit of Limitless just on my finger, just to very lightly dab over my lid. Not necessarily trying to cover the black per se, but I do want to just give the black a little bit more of a shift and a little bit of a wet look. Oh, I love that. And then for my inner corner, I'm thinking Flash right here will be perfect. Just gonna plop it right there for a little highlighty moment. All right, and that is the first look, smoky green goodness. I'm going to repeat it on the other eye now, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's look number 1 complete. I realized I forgot to mention my jewelry details. These earrings are from Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy. They are perfect, and I've had this choker for a million years and I don't know where it's from. I am very sorry, but yeah, this is the look. I love it. It's just so smoky and dark, but also very colorful. I think this is beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I'm very impressed with how easily everything blended. And yeah, this is gonna be a good day, good makeup day. The eye pencil I ended up throwing in is Golden Olive from NYX. I just felt like a metallic olive dark green would be perfect for the waterline. My lashes are Luna from Lunar Beauty, and on my lips, where did it go? I'm using tried and true Luxe Velvet Liquid Lipstick from Colourpop. And yeah, this is the look. I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. Hello, hello. Let's do look number 2. Let me give you my details before I forget. This choker is from Shop Sun & Co. You can use my affiliate code battybean to save 10%. These earrings were actually a gift, and I'm pretty sure they were handmade, like with a 3D printer or something. I can't remember, but I love the gift. You know who you are if you watch this. Thank you. And this hat, I do not know where it's from because it's very old. I either got it off Amazon or Target or something like that. I'll top into it. I have my coffee. Let's do this look. I'm gonna start by priming again with the Party Proof Primer from Colourpop. I'm happy that this eye primer has impressed me as much as it has because it's so affordable. So basically I wanna do something kind of burgundy purpley today. I think that'll be really pretty. So I wanna start with Taboo, this beautiful deep burgundy red. I'm gonna take that on this little e.l.f. pointed eye pencil brush. I hope you are doing good today. I'm getting ready for work. I woke up about an hour ago. To a lovely breeze, and I think it's gonna be a good day. I just have a feeling. It's one of those days. Oh, I love this color. I haven't used this particular color yet. I've played with this palette a handful of times now because I filmed with it and I took it on my vacation with Zane to Tennessee a few weeks ago. But this particular shade I've not used yet. I'm gonna drag this along the lower lash as well. I wanna really quick though take Grunge to smoke out the lower lash even more. I'm just taking this on this very random brush from MOTD Cosmetics. It's just a angled liner brush, but it's really fat too. So I'm just gonna kind of push and smudge this against the outer part of my lower lash line. And just with the blending brush that I just had with no additional product, I'm just gonna quickly run over that one more time just to soften it a tad bit before I go in with my purple. All right, so next up I'm gonna use Stay Right Here. I'm gonna take that on this random OMFG brush. It's a blending brush. I'm gonna tap in just a little bit, and I'm gonna start Actually, I'm gonna start with the front because I do want the front to be more purpley, less red. So I wanna just go ahead and get a little layer of this purple laid down. I literally can't believe October is almost over. It went by so quick. This is hands down the fastest month that's happened so far for me. Probably just because it's one of my favorites and it's already gone. I'm so sad. But I'm still excited because it's still here. I feel like for me with Halloween, there's always so much buildup for the month to arrive. When the month actually arrives, it almost feels like it's over. I don't know if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm basically just doing little circular motions to help buff that first shade I laid in the outer corner and very lightly buffing around the edges for my lower lash line. Now I think I want to take back in this pastel lavender. I'm just going to take it on this large blending brush that I probably got from a BoxyCharm a million years ago. And I just want to very, very, very lightly dust this around the edges of this as well. The red definitely kind of got a little lost and blended in with the purples, but you know what? I don't really mind it. I think it looks cute. These dusty pastel shades in this palette do wonders. They really help soften whatever edge you're working on. I feel like this palette or the other Blend Bunnies palette, not that I've tried that one, but just knowing that I like this formula and that one's more traditional rainbow, I feel like these would be a great gift to give someone who's getting super into makeup, but they don't really have a ton of stuff yet. Do you hear these crows? But yeah, I think they'd be a good gift to give someone that is new in makeup but doesn't have a lot. I mean, it'd be great for like a makeup lover that has a bunch of makeup as well, but specifically, I think someone who is getting into it would love this. Like, I would have been thrilled to have this palette when I was first learning. I loved giant palettes when I was first learning. I loved having a million options. It was my favorite thing ever. I loved a big palette. All right, next up, I'm gonna cut the crease. I'm gonna take my Rare Beauty concealer. I'm gonna draw a couple little dots along the base of my lid. I'm gonna look up so I can see where my eye in particular likes to transfer. And then I'm gonna take some more concealer on this flat brush from Colourpop. It is an E3. And I'm just gonna go to town, kind of covering the rest of my lid, doing light little pats, and then following this line connecting the front to where I got that transfer earlier. I find when doing this, doing light little pats is the most effective when doing concealer and stuff to do cut creases. So that way it doesn't become all streaky and splotchy and bumpy and thick. You want a fairly thin coat when you're doing stuff like this. So basically for my lid, I want to do a combination of white knot and pulse, the white and then the neon purple. I'm gonna start just kind of placing this white right up against the front part of this cut crease. I just want to give some dimension to this because I don't want this to look too monochromatic with the purple. And I mean, not that white really offers a different level of color, but you'll see what I do in a second. I'm gonna do a pop of yellow in this as well. Just to create a little bit more dimension. And I just want this white to kind of be the front part of my lid. And I haven't played with a matte white on the lid in a long time. Now that I have some of that white laid down, I'm gonna take the clean side of that exact same brush and dip into Pulse. And that's gonna go on the remaining part of my lid. You don't see neon purples too often. I feel like most times when a neon palette comes out or a palette with neons, you don't see purple too often. It gets kind of skipped over. So again, I'm just kind of following that cut shape that I made before, and I want it to just fade into the other mattes out here, but I'll worry about blending that in a second. And then I'm just kind of lightly tippy tapping right where the white and the neon purple meet. I'm grabbing just the teensiest bit of Taboo, like I barely grabbed any, and I'm very lightly just going to smudge along the edge where the dark mattes and the neon purple meet. And now I'm gonna tippy tap a little bit more white on the seam. And I'm gonna kind of just go back and forth with both sides of this brush. And then I'm actually gonna take a tiny little blending brush and I'm actually mixing the two shades together on that brush. And then I'm just gonna very lightly kind of sweep and scoot right where they meet to create more of a merge. Blending the neons directly on the lid is a little tricky, but it can be done. You just have to use a little bit of patience. So now I actually want to take Flash. I'm just grabbing a tiny bit of that on another bigger flat brush. This is a Colourpop E24. And this I actually just want to top very lightly over the entire lid because I think it'll give it nice dimension to have a small layer of shimmer over top. I just realized this whole video my dry shampoo was showing because I didn't blend it in enough. It's the morning, okay? Give me a break. But yeah, I like this. It just gives it kind of a twinkle, a little bit of a wet look. Now I want to take Euphoric, this purple shimmer, and I'm just going to take that on a pencil brush and I want to smudge that in the front part of my lower lash line. I love that, and I feel like the different tone of purple with this is so pretty. All right, so now I want to take Shocked, the neon yellow, which I actually have not used yet, and I want this to be my inner corner pop. I am going to put a shimmer on top of it so that it's glowy, but I just want a very bright, intense pop of color. Wow, I love that. That is so bright. And then I'm just going to take a teeny bit of Flash, that shimmer I used on the lid, just to very lightly overlay it, just so it has a little bit of twinkle. And there we have it. That is one cool look, I must say. I'm into that. I'm going to repeat it on the other eye now, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. Okay, here's my second look complete. I am absolutely obsessed with this. I think it's so pretty. By far my favorite look I've done with this palette, maybe so far. I did love my look in the first impressions video though. That one was pretty cool, but this is at least tied. If not, I like it more. I think that pop of yellow in the inner corner just really brought some extra life to it, and I love it. I love it so much. The eye pencil I threw in is Crssd from Colourpop. It's a neon yellow from years ago, and it's not available anymore, I don't think, but any bright yellow would do you good. My lashes are still Luna from Lunar Beauty, and on my lips, I went with another Luxe Velvet Liquid Lipstick from Colourpop. This is in the shade On a Roll. I was thinking something red toned would help kind of pull together that warmth in the outer corner. I don't know if it really did that, but I do like it with this look, so there's that. I like pinks and reds and purples together, so I think it all goes together nicely. So yeah, this is the second look. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Okay, what did you think? Which look was your favorite? I loved that first look, but this one hits different. I love this look a lot. Let me break down my thoughts for you. Obviously, this is a very matte heavy palette, and the mattes are the star of the show. Personally, the shimmer row is pretty, but the mattes are definitely where this palette shines. She clearly has a good handle on what she wants her matte formula to be, and I'm really into it. So far, I've noticed everything blends really, really easily. Even the really dark shades seem to blend out really nicely once you actually start going in and buffing them out. The neons can be a little tricky packed on the lid, but if you just use a little bit of patience, they do merge together really nicely. I've done that twice now and it ended up working out. You just have to use a little bit of patience. I was really impressed with how bright that neon was in my crease though. That ended up working out really nicely and I'm very impressed with that. There's been times in the past where I've used neons in the crease for blending and they just kind of blend away into nothing. These actually retain their vibrancy, which is very cool. The Dusty Pastel row I'm also really impressed with. They're not just like, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes pastels are so incredibly white based that they just turn everything very white and grayish on the eyes. These ones, they are pastel, but they still retain their color payoff. And I find them to be beautiful for helping blend out the darker shades. It really does soften everything while keeping that color that you want. She has it organized into rows vertically by color and then also horizontally by level of depth or formula. And it is such a genius idea. I'm so happy with this. So far, I haven't really noticed anything negative. I've been very pleased with this so far and I'm really excited to continue using it. Honestly, this is one of my favorite palettes I've tried this year. I'm very happy that I finally got around to trying this brand. I'm excited to see what else the brand comes out with in the future. I will say, even though I do love this palette, I would love to see the brand come out with very small curated palettes, not even tiny palettes, even just give me like 12 or 15 pan palettes, just something to like curate it down a little bit more. A 9 pan is my sweet spot, but I would like to see more creative, curated color stories that are small from the brand because they did a great job with the large palette, so I want to see something different. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried this brand before? Do you have this palette? Do you want this palette? I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a Halloween related emoji because we are in spooky season. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you want, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything. I post every day on Instagram and I'm pretty active on TikTok and Twitter as well. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting every single day in the month of October. Thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.